Welcome to the first lecture on Signals and Systems, first module, that is Introduction. So let's see what is a signal and a system in this class. So what is a signal? A signal is defined as it is a function of one or more variables which conveys some information on the nature of physical phenomena. Means signal is a function of one or more variables, because to have a signal in nature it has to be a function of a variable. For example, time can be a variable, and as we are talking here or when we speak we need some time, because the signal or the information cannot be conveyed without the time slot. So whatever a person is talking will be varying, or the amplitude of that signal, the voice is varying from time to time, and for different values of time or for different instances of time the signal is taking different amplitudes which forms some audible information. So a signal generally can be defined as it is something that conveys some information or which gives some information. So a signal is a thing, or signal is one which gives you some information. The signal may be in any of the ways. It may be face-to-face communication, voice signal, or it may be just any of the physical kind of a sign, or it can be any kind of a news report, or it can be any information that can be felt, that can be understood, or that can be heard, that can be seen. So a signal is one which gives some information, and as it is giving some information it has to be the function of a variable, and no restriction that a signal has to be a function of only one variable. It can be the function of one or more number of variables. For example, the speech signal, it is varying with respect to time. It is a single variable signal. Then if we consider a picture, then picture, when we look at the picture we get some information. It is of a person, or it is of a animal, or of what kind it is, whether it is beautiful, ugly, or it is good quality or it is of bad quality. Those all different kinds of informations we get when we look at the picture. Then these all are nothing but the informations. But the picture is not a single dimensional signal. It is not varying with respect to just one variable. When we consider a picture, it will be having a photo. It will be having its own two dimensions, its own height as well as its own width, I can say. So because of this, a signal can be of two-dimensional. Even we can have the signal with three dimensionals, wherein the three variables may be concerned or may be considered to represent a signal. So what can be a signal generally? A signal is one which gives some information, and technically it is defined as it is a function of one or more variables that conveys some information on the nature of physical phenomena. The examples, as we have just seen, it can be a speech signal, video, or any of the signals. And if we want to represent a signal, the simplest ones would be the sine signals and cosine signals. So as in figure, so we can represent a cosine signal, as we are familiar, which takes highest value at 0th place, and cos of omega t minus theta, which will be a lagging, which will be delayed by a theta phase. So even we can have different signals drawn. It can be a sine signal or shifted sine signal, or it can be any of the random sort of a signal, or it can be continuous type of a signal, or it can be a discrete type of a signal. So when we say a signal, if the signal is continuous with respect to time, means if it is defined for all the time instances, it is a continuous time signal, and if it is not defined for all the time instances, it is a discrete signal. Then let's see what is a system. A system is defined as an entity that manipulates one or more signals to accomplish a function and thereby yielding new signals. So what is a system? So when we say that there is a signal, then there has to be something which generates the signal, and even as the signal is generated, it is for a particular thing. Means if the signal is generated, then the signal has to be generated for a particular reason. Means there has to be something which is going to receive it, which is going to catch it. So system is one which can generate or which can receive, or even it can do both the things. It can generate and even it can receive. So a system is one which can generate the signals or which can receive the signals or do both of them. So there has to be a system always in connection with a signal, or to generate the signal there has to be a system. So then how can we define a system? A system means it is a group of some components. So it can be a human body, it can be any of the system, it can be a mobile, it can be a television, it can be any of the system. So system means it is a group of components that generate the signals, or that may generate the signals, or that may receive the signals, or even can do both of them. For example, the television receives the signals through antenna, which all have been radiated through antenna. Then they all are received by the antenna, and then television, by means of many of the circuits in it catches the signal, separates the sound and video part, and then gives those signals to particular sections so that we can listen to the video as well as audio. So similarly, it can be a television, it can be a mobile. Similarly, through mobile we can generate the signals, we can call, and even we can receive the call. Means we can receive the call, even we can make a call, or even we can do many of the things with the system. So system is capable of generating the signals, and even it is capable of receiving the systems, or it can recover the signals. So systems can be of different types. So generally a system can be defined as, so system is defined as an entity, because in order to generate the signal or in order to receive the signal, we need a group of components that work together to make that function possible. So system is defined as it is an entity that manipulates one or more signals. So it takes one or more signals to accomplish a function, means which takes the signals. It may be taking one or it may be taking few of the signals and works in its own way and generates its output. And the generated output is also a signal, because even it conveys something. So definition of the signal goes like this. We have two types of systems. The system can be either continuous or even it can be a discrete system. If a continuous system is there, we represent its input by x of t and output by y of t. T is the notation used for representing continuous time systems. And if the system is discrete, we use x of n as input and y of n as the output. So depending upon the continuous or discrete system, we use the notations as indicated. Let's see some of the examples with respect to systems. So the examples with respect to systems, mainly there can be enormous number of systems, but to be more like usually we go for the bookish definition. The very first one is automatic speaker recognition system. In automatic speaker recognition system, we have computer, and automatic speaker recognition system means we need to have a system which contains the database of the voice signals of, or the voice samples of different people. And once that database is existing and there is a thing like with a particular name and all, that particular voice samples are being stored in the system. And when we go for like automatic speaker recognition means here one of the person comes and he may give his speech signal, and when that input signal is given, so the system itself with its database identifies the person who is talking instead of giving any information regarding the speaker. So just by knowing the speech signal among the set of the database, then it says so and so person is talking. So that is nothing but automatic speaker recognition system. The input here is the speech signal of the speaker, and system is our computer itself, wherein the database of all the voice samples are being stored, and output of this one is the output of this total system is recognition of the speaker, recognizing the person who is talking among the set of stored samples. Second one is the communication system. The communication system is the simplest example. So we say communication system, but in turn the communication system even has many of the components. So just we consider the main blocks of the communication system. To establish the communication, we need to have a transmitter which is going to generate the signal, and we need to have a receiver who is going to receive the signal whatever is generated by the transmitter. And depending upon the distance between the transmitter and receiver, whether it is a small one, very short distance, or it may be a face-to-face, or it may be a long distance communication, will be having a channel. It may be air, it may be through wire, or it may be by whatever the means by which we can have the communication. But the communication is a system. So even it involves the transmitter for generating, channel for transmitting, and receiver for receiving the signal and to recover the original baseband signal. So this also forms a system. So even these individuals are also the systems. So then the third one is remote control system. So we can have a remote control system. It may be with respect to any of the system. It may be with respect to the AC, it may be with respect to television, or even it may be with respect to any of the system which can be controlled by means of a remote. So let's take an example of the most familiar thing that we come across in our daily routine, that is television. Then television is a system. We need to see it's working. Then for every system we need to have an input and then the output. So let's say when we switch on, so television is now just turning on. Once it turns on, we'll be having some default channel playing in the television. And if we are in need of some channel, if we want to go for, or if we want to switch a particular channel in our television, then what we do is we press a particular number of that channel. So each channel is assigned with a particular number as we are known with it. So when we press that particular number, then the information will be sent through the remote to the television system, and that television system understands that. So it has to switch from where to where. So whatever the number the person has pressed, depending upon that, it switches itself to that particular channel, and after a few seconds one can see the information, or it may be whatever is the television, whatever is the broadcast of that channel itself. So the television will be switched to that particular channel, or it may be with respect to switching on, it may be with respect to changing the channel. One can understand in a different way, or even one can think that just we are pressing the button and the television is turning on, so the off system gets on. So that can even be understood or can be thought of just by knowing this. So this all is regarding just what is a signal, what is a system, what is a what are the examples of systems. So we can see the further things in the next class. Thank you.